Hello everyone and welcome back to EToH. I'm EToHing it. I am EToHing it so good. So this is I'm going to be making worst towers. Last time I did best towers, now doing worst towers. And the reason why it says 19 instead of 20, well last one was 50, but this is 19 because there are 19 F tiers and below. But if you want a top 20, top table flipping is number 20. It's bottom D tier. So yeah, we can start. Free slip is in our lobby. Free slip, free wagon. And of course, and like always, the rain like previous episode, the rain we saw, the place we saw often is an indicator of what tower is coming first. And it should be obvious which one would make the bottom. It's Tower of Dispersed Rooms. Now they have made this house slightly better, and by slightly better, I mean I'm pretty sure only floor 1 got better with the indication. But the rest of the tower is obviously awful. Like the progression is awful. Like if you miss a single jump, you go back. You go back a few floors, and all the floors are insufferable in some way. Now the reason this is in my opinion the least terrible tower on this list is because like this is standard. You expect this to be bad, and thus it is still awful. But you know you'd expect it. Now all floors terrible. Probably not. I think floor 9 it was. No, not floor 9. That floor's awful. Well, I think maybe. Okay, it's a very consistently bad tower. So everything's like a 3 out of 10, which makes it to be a 2 out of 10. But yeah, I probably talked for too long. This is our first F tier again, obviously, but this is a 2.9 out of 10. Out of 10. Oh, next tower. Haha, we haven't left Green 6 yet, because there's another tower. And don't worry, this won't be the last tower to be on this list, because now we're talking about a depressing tower of a depressing future. Now this tower gets a lot of hate, and I completely understand why, but thankfully they made floor 1 less awful, which I can also enjoy, and the floor 5, you know, the conveyor floor actually has gameplay now, which is nice, but why is this house so simple? Floor 7 and 8 are genuinely awful, and a difficulty spike, as we all know for this tower, since they are over nothing. And also other floors, like floor 2 is like the only decent floor of the tower, but everything else sounds awful. Like this floor 1, as you saw that purple bonus RNG, but it's fine. Floor 3 is just boring. Floor 4 is also boring. 5, I guess it's like okay. Thankfully 6 does save on puzzles, which I'm glad for it. And 9 and 10 there's nothing to comment about because they're again boring. This is very similar to Tower of Dispersed Rooms because Dispersed Rooms in terms of how bad it is, because it's all very consistently bad and you expect it to be bad. However, I wouldn't call it the worst. And I give this another 2.9 out of 10. Out of 10, again awful, but not that bad. Right. Number 17. Number 17. Now we get more awful. Cause talk about Tower of Guided Trials. Firstly, this tower is about 60 minutes long, which is lovely since this is an F tier tower. You know, let's go over all the. Okay, no, we're not going to do that. The easily worst power floor are the science floors. Floors 3 and 4. Those are so awful. Like that. This is sorry where we will truly experience horrendous gameplay, and those science floors are horrendous, as well as the boss fight just be a complete waste of time. Actually, this tower just feels like a waste of time. Why did a 45+ minute bad intense tower get into zone 5? Oh, zone 5 always. That's weird. Yeah, I don't even want to talk more because I guess floors 1 and 2 are fine, and floor and 6 and 5 and 6 are kind of also fine. 9 is pretty dull though, and the health floors are pretty dull. Yeah, it's just the floors 3 and 4 that make it this horrendous. And also, yeah, it's a 2.8 out of 10. No one is tells terrible. Ew! Oh! And number 16th, we are in Zone 1, and this is the only Remorseless Plus title that's in this, by the way. Maybe because I only choose to be good ones. But we talk about Tower of Extreme Dystopia! Yeah, I love this tower. No. This is actually I would say controversial. No, most people don't like the tower, however, there's some people I think is unrated. And I don't know what they're talking about. This tower is awful. This has some absolutely so here's the thing, its client objects suck. Like, it tries to be creative. Cool, I guess it works, but it's horrible. And of course there's factor, but it just looks ugly. And since let's talk about the soft lock. Floor 8 has some of the worst gameplay I've ever played in a Remorseless Tower. 9, 10 there's nothing to comment on, and 9 isn't that bad, but it's just floor 8, it's just has some awful jumps. And I'll be honest, that's some horrible gameplay that I don't want ever revisit again. But it's not like the rest of these 7 floors have anything to talk about, because they're also pretty bad. Just how it pisses me off, but it isn't any lower because I guess it isn't that bad. I'm not sure. This just gets another 2.8 out of 10. Out of 10. This is that bad. Top 15. We are number 15, and the worst Zone 5 tower is easily Tower of Unhealthy Escalation. This and Guy Charles are pretty close, but I decided this was worse. Because, I'll be honest, this is like the most unwinnable tower to ever exist. Like, first of all, this is not peak challenging. Nowhere near peak challenging. This is like mid-high intense. And its gameplay is all just, again, it may not be awful, but it's just so unwinnable. Like, it doesn't, like, you're going to loot fail so much, and it just feels awful to play through. But to be honest, other than that, there's nothing really to talk about. Like, this gameplay, all of it's not bad, it's just, you know, loot failure. And at this point, I'm done talking about it. It's a 2.7 out of 10. Out of 10, because how horrible it is. Gotta love Kill Bill kicks. Zone 4, Ring 4, we're at Ring 4 now. Ring 4, good area. And by what I'm looking at, it's the town next to it, Tower of Elysium. Now, currently, I'll be honest to say, this is the most wasted potential tower ever. Like, it looks cool, and the gameplay could be executed better. So there's some bad gameplay, such as the outsides, and some of the layer floors having very boring gameplay. But other than that, maybe not anything too terrible. Worst tower loot just sucks. Is the puzzle aspect. That's just not fun. Fun. And specifically the last floor. The last floor just sucks. Sucks in general because of how off. Because it's not. First of all, I don't even know how to do it because it's Sudoku and it's bad. And there's other puzzles like that. You know, that thing. I just recently figured out how to do nanograms, but if you don't know, then that's just not going to make any sense. As well as oh yeah, the Roman numerals where you have to figure them out. Yeah, I know what Roman numerals are, but the thing is that the packs are janky, and they aren't good. So this might not have been in the bomb 19, but it's just so disappointing. At 2.7 out of 10. But thankfully, not the worst hard difficulty. Yeah. Oh yeah, why is it not the worst hard difficulty? Simple, because Tower of Winning Every Run exists. Now, as I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, this is a weird tower to be my least favorite hard difficulty. And you wanna know why? This is the most, like, other than another tower that we'll talk about, or maybe this is more than that tower, but This is either second or first in the most boring tower I have ever played. Like the most offensively boring tower I have ever played. Wait, this like good lord, does what? I'm pretty sure no one like. Okay, here's what I think the two people are. They either don't remember this tower and think, oh, so I don't remember this, fine. Or there are people that do remember it and they feel insulted by how boring and uneventful it was. And that's just me. Maybe it doesn't deserve to be an F tier, but I don't care. This is just so boring. And I hate playing on it. Alright. And as for bad floors, floor 9 is generally useless. And that screen spot's very useless. But all the gameplay is just so mediocre. It's like worse than mediocre. This is like the most unoffensive tower to ever exist, but that just makes it even worse. Obviously, and then that's why it's a 2.6 out of 10. Then for probably being the most boring thing to ever exist. Wow. I love Zone 3. Zone 3 is a very good area. I love Zone 3 a lot. Ah! Oh yeah, this is why I love Zone 3. Yeah. If you watch any of my YouTube videos, you probably know that I really don't like that. This might be the worst area in game. And we'll talk about Tower of Fury obstacles as our first Zone 3 tower. Yes, first there are more later, but. Okay, I hate to break you, but I'm pretty sure everyone hates this tower. Like, you hate it, I hate it. Quite literally, everyone hates this tower. And a lot of people would probably say this is the worst tower. Now, I wouldn't say that. We're not even in my top 10 yet, but... In fact, I kind of lost track of what... of how many places we are, but yeah, this tower's horrible. Because, again, why is all the gameplay, why is most of the gameplay on outside? So that just makes it horrible when you fall. It's not like the gameplay inside is good either. Objectively, this could go lower, but I gotta be honest, I don't have it in me. I mean, like, yeah, look, let's be honest. This is just another tower that we all know is bad. It is bad and awful, but unfortunately, there was ahead. Oh no, 2.6 out of 10. Oh yeah, now we're at 11th place. I forgot to say it, but yeah, we're at 11th place, which is ever so lovely. And this is the last time I'm talking about before I get actually pissed off, which is our top 10. But for now, we're talking about tower slipping and sliding. And how many times do I need to say it? But with towers like these, we know what the problem is, because having a tower based only on ice gameplay sucks. Because ice gameplay is generally not good. And this tower somehow uses it all. Okay, that's what I was saying. And somehow this tower usage of all of the ice is at most just boring, and at minimum just absolutely horrendous. Now, as we all know, what specifically is bad about this gameplay? Well, obviously the ice, but also it's just main parts, such as the 4-5 Plinko thing. That's so RNG and just a time waster. Because to get the two middle like holes, you have to. That's just so RNG and takes up so much time. And also, all the outsides are just hard for no reason. Like the ones on 4-5 are like intense difficulty, and the fillet one's like mid-intense difficulty. And if you fall any of those, you lose your run, and that just sucks. But yeah, that's just it about this tower. Again, we all know this tower's horrible, but luckily I don't hate it enough for being top 10, even though it's just a 2.5 out of 10. And because we can't stand the gameplay. Now we're at top 10. And now I realize I hate my life because I hate these 10 towers a lot more than the rest. And we're talking about Tower of High Power. Jesus Christ, this tower is amazing, but Steeple of Hallucinating Spectacles is ungodly awful. In fact, this tower is so awful that I can't even play the first floor's music because it'll be copywritten. But now, what about the towers, man? Steeple Mark. Well, I'll say they did revamp it, and honestly, I'm glad they revamped because for the racetrack section, that is pretty bad. But in the old version of the steeple, if you fail that, you had to go back every single time, and that was so annoying. But now but now you don't have to do it, and that's mainly the whole reason this tower is on it. But luckily, the rest of the gameplay is also pretty horrible and loot fairly. This tower's just not fun. This is a very not fun steeple, and just unenjoyable. And unfortunately, I can't really talk that much since the worst part has been revamped. But yeah, but again, just know this is a 2.5 out of 10. Flamingo worm. Play what? Hooray! We're back in Zone 3. Zone 3 is probably the worst area in game. And we get to talk about our second Zone 3 tower, Tower of Cruel and Unusual Punishment. And Jesus Christ, this is one of the most unfun towers of all time. I'm serious when I say that. This tower's gameplay is so atrocious and bad. This is one of the most like you know how Unhealthy Escalation didn't want you to win? This tower also doesn't want you to win. And thus the gameplay just feels so unfair. Thankfully there's some not really bad parts, such as the last two floors being decent. And I think floor 8 also being decent. It's just everything else in this tower is just so god awful. I especially hate floors 4 and 5, I think. Or maybe, I think it's mainly floor 4. It's just, yeah, those floors are just so awful once you get to those. And yeah, it's, I don't want to play this thing, but this tower in Zone 3 are awful in general. And this gets a 2.4 out of 10. God awful, I hate these towers. I hate these towers so much. Oh, wow, wins Ring 8. Now, I'll be honest right now, Ring 8 is very boring. Like, I don't really like most towers in here, other than Triple I, of course. Because everything else, I find pretty bad. And honestly, there are some horrible towers here, don't get me wrong. But I'll be honest, I did not expect the easiest tower in this area, Tower Symbol, Summon Symbol Sky, to still be the worst. Now, to all of you wondering, really? A medium in your top 10? Really? I'd say yes. Yes, I genuinely hate this tower so much as it is in the top 10. First of all, it's not low, mid, medium at all. Honestly, I call it mid-hard because this tower, once again, is so unfun, but this just feels unfair for a medium. And of course, you're saying, but it's just a medium difficulty, and it's kind of fun. No, it's not kind of fun. All of the gameplay is genuinely so bad for me. Again, I'm surprised. Medium is the weirdest, like, easy difficult, because that's one of my favorite towers ever, but it's also one of the worst towers in my opinion, being this one. Again, it's just so unfun and infuriating. I don't understand how anyone could like this. It is so bad. Generally, this me. Again, I hate not having much to. I hate not being able to talk well, but this medium, this is the worst, easiest tower in the game. And we're only at number 8. God, this is so awful. It's a 2.44 out of 10. God, why do towers like this exist? Why? And of course, we're back in Ring 6 again. Discovering, not I am discovering. Yes, we are discovering, but we're also discussing. The last tower in Ring 6, and my opinion, the worst tower is Tower of Twisted Inquisition. Now, I'll be honest, this is probably the most disappointing tower in this area. Because some floors I do actually like especially this first floor. I'd say this is, like, decent and really fun. Really fun to do. It's just that every other floor is so awful. Like floor 2 is just tight ropes, we all know. And then once you get, and then floor 3 is okay. Like that's just mediocre. But once you get to floor 4, that's when you realize this tower's awful. That was awful. Like floors 4, 5, and 6 are just so annoyingly bad. And the rest of the towers is like the only other okay floor is floor 10 with spare gameplay. And even then, that used to be so crushed in difficulty before they revamped it. Yeah, this tower's just messy and wildly inconsistent. It's not going any lower because again, floor 1 I do think it's decent. In fact, it might even be good, but it's just the creator that they just got lost in creating this, I guess. With this 2.3 out of 10, if tower. I also, if you fall to, it's a soft lock. Alright, and number 6, just barely missing out on top 5. We're back in Ring 2, and Ring 2 definitely inconsistent. It has a lot of bad towers. But tower strategy is just so much worse than all of those. And why is it worse? The gameplay is so bad and inconsistent. That's why it's bad. It's so inconsistent. Like most of the gameplay is like low difficult. Dare I say maybe even hard difficulty sometimes. And then you have these random like intense difficulty jumps for no reason. And not like as hard as intense difficulty, they're the unfair side of intense difficulty. And oh lord, this tower's just not fun. Like if you're trying to grind this new hearts, I feel bad for you, cause this is not fun tower at all. This is just again your standard your standard classic tower that's awful. And it's a 2.3 out of 10. And this is our last stop before our bottom 5, which are just really terrible towers in my opinion. Starting out top 5. And where I truly start to get pissed off from towers, we have arrived in Lost River. An area not great, and the fact that it has Tower of Diverging Layers just makes it more disappointing. So, oh my god, this tower, like everything else, is also off. This is atrocious. This is appalling. This is questionably bad. Like out of all towers in his list, besides one for obvious reasons, I feel like this tower was made solely to piss you off. And you know, it worked. It's in bottom 5. It worked, creator. I especially, oh god, like each half it feels suffering, and oh my god, the first half is doing awful and loot fairly. Well, the second half too, but I feel like the first half is more loot fairly, and then you have the second half, which just doesn't want you to win. Which I guess is not the loot fairly, but it's just more annoying. So one's loot fairly, one's annoying, and they're all just bad in general. God, this gameplay would probably be okay in any other tower. But if it's in this tower, no, this tower just found me to make it all horrible and worse. I can't compliment anything on this tower, it's so bad. And it's a 2.2, yeah, 2.2, it's a 2.2 out of 10. God, it's horrible, and it only gets worse from here. And as we descend into West Towers, we also, as seen on number 4, luckily, before last two, we have a tower that's simple to explain why it's bad. Tower of Collective Collaborations. And it should be obvious why this is bad. It's made by 10 different people. And basically all the floors are bad. And so unfun. Like, this is... The person who made this tower, I don't know why he thought that this tower could even be remotely fun. But this tower was just this tower's awful. And we all know why it's awful. We all know that this is messy. And we all know that this is a cringe experience. And that falling sucks. And that this is a 2.1 out of 10. But thankfully, it's easy to explain why this is bad, just like a lot of towers. But unlike a lot of towers, this is worse than them. Tightrope. Yay! Zone 3 tower number 3! And we're not going to intense this time, we're going to the advanced area, because Tower of Mild Agitation is an oh so lovely tower. No, it is not. This tower is horrible. It's at number 3 of this ranking my least favorite towers. Of course it's bad, of course it's awful. But why is it here? Simple, this is... Obviously, it's simple to me, but I feel like not many other people would probably say this. But you know, I'll be first to say it probably. This house gameplay is some of the most unfun in all of EToH. Like, generally, like the first half is bad. We all know, but the second half is especially awful. Is especially awful because you get a safe net. You think, oh wow, I finally won't have to go back to those floors. But what to get, you might as well be on those first few floors because the gameplay just gets worse and more loop fairly. But you know what? Let's say the only non-negative I have, the final floor is decent. It's just a generic puzzle floor, but at this point I take something generic and is netted over the awful gameplay we just had to experience. It is 2.1 out of 10 of a tower. Oh god. Like, and I hate this, but spoil it, I'm about to get ultra pissed off at the last two. At number 2, and when most people play Zone 2, I'll be honest, they all probably expect something like, oh I don't know, Tower of Slipping and Sliding to be at least favorite, or Tower of Jeans and Caverns. And both of these towers are awful, especially Slip and Slide, because you already saw it on the list. But do you want to know what's even worse than that? Tower of Your Kingdoms and Terrain. Jesus Christ, I hate this tower. Hate so much. This tower is genuinely awful. But before I get pissed off and discuss everything that's absolutely atrocious and baffling about this tower, let's discuss floors 1 and 2, which are the only floors that showed any humanity, any hope of good gameplay for this tower. Because these are two are decent. Also, but why is there an 8 a less number cipher? That is useless. Okay, so I get out the crystals because I felt like it. So as I said, floors 1 and 2 aren't really bad. Like floor 2 is pretty long, but other than that, they're not bad. Once you get to floor 3, I just realized, oh my god, this tower is awful. This gameplay is horrible. Floor 3, garbage. Floor 4, the only floor other than the first 2 that doesn't suck, but goes on for a little too long. Floor 5, why do the morphers? Why is the last morpher timed? Genuinely, that just wastes time. That is not skill. That doesn't make the tower hard. That just wastes time. Floor 6, the spinner is worthless. Is utterly a worthless mechanic. I don't. Heck, it does something. Floor 7. That is. Why? That is like the most useless floor, and it also difficulty spikes quite a bit. My god, that floor is awful. And then you have floor 8, which most people would say is the worst floor, and honestly, you know, for the sake of this video, I will say, because the mechanic sucks, and is quite a little jank and bad. Floor 9 is a lights out floor, and dark game, you know, just useless dark gameplay. We don't need that. And floor 10 is a collaboration of everything, and it's still bad. So yeah, lovely tower. I hate this tower. Like playing through it, you'll say, oh yeah, this is bad, but maybe not that bad. But if you loop fail it, like if you practice it and you actually loop like this tower becomes so clear why it's horrible and genuinely awful. This is I give it a 2.0 out of 10. We are not at number. We're not even at number 1, and I just hate this town. What is worse than it? What could be worse than this horrible excuse of a town to be put in an area, a game like this? Well, we're here. We're at number 1, the worst tower in game. Look, I love EToH. I love EToH. I love this game. They're bad towers. They're horrible towers. Even after I talk about this tower, I'll still love this game. But oh my god, Tower of Quirky Contraptions is on the whole league above every other tower in this list in terms of how genuinely awful it is. Oh, this is insufferable gameplay. This is just horrible. Not a single good thing about this. In fact, I'll say it right now. Not a single okay thing. Everything is D+ at most, and little G tier gameplay at least. Oh no. EToH, you're better than this. You're better than a tower like this one. Okay. Floor 1 is okay. Floor 2 is bad. It wastes your time with the spinners, and it's horrible. Floor 3 is awful. It is just a difficult spec and waiting. So much waiting. And an indication. It drives me insane. And you know what? I'm not even going to talk about the rest of the floors other than floor 7. Because floor 7 is just like 5 minutes long and you have to redo it. We do it every time you fail. So yeah, I love that. I absolutely love that, of course. I love this gameplay. Oh, this tower is awful. It's awful. And at the moment, F tier is too good for a tower like this. This tower belongs to G tier. This is a 1 out of 10 tower, and I'm not taking it back when I say this is the worst tower in all of EToH. Nothing comes close to it. There's not Mileage Station, not Arcanum Centauri. Nothing. What? Nothing. Honestly, I might as well just rather beat every other tower game than beat this. It is awful. This tower. Gone! I don't ever want to touch it again after this video. Honestly, I don't. And I'm not going to. Oh, this tower is awful. Ugh. So yeah, that was the video. I hope you all enjoy it because thankful. Oh, these are awful. Now my next video relating to EToH won't be until I do my Mimosas Plus ranking, and that's why. And again, that's why I haven't been posting much because I've been grinding EToH. Because I currently have 345 towers. I'm going to be 2 more towers than that, and then once I so here's the thing, once I reach 250 towers, that's when I'll make the video. Why? Because I feel like it, and it'll be a milestone for me. But yeah, that's it. And again, just because I think these towers are horrible doesn't mean you have to. But yeah, that's it. Bye. Have a day. Bye. Have a day.